So this lecture today is going to be a short lecture in which we discuss the levels of organization that are going to be found on the Earth, and we discuss some life functions that will be tested on. Levels of organization starts with the biosphere. It's the part of the Earth that contains all ecosystems. So it's the largest, it encompasses everything. Now an ecosystem is a community and its non-living surroundings. So it's dealing with the living and the non-living. So everything that's alive and everything that's not alive is going to fall into the ecosystem. The community is all the populations that live together. So it's all the living things. All the different groups of living things form the community. Now the population is a group of organisms of one type that live in the same area. So in a particular area, you have all the populations come together to form a community. A population is all the same species. So if we were to put it in terms of lords, there are different populations in the school. You have the population of freshmen, population of sophomores, population of juniors, population of seniors, and then you have the population of faculty and staff and things like that. So they are all the different populations. If we were to break it down like that, now you could break it down bigger and say Dutchess County, the population of human beings. All right, the population of trees, right, and those all the different populations form the community. All the communities, or the community with all the non-living, form the ecosystem, and so on. Now, if we were to go even further down, an organism is an individual living thing. All similar organisms of the same species come together to form a population. Now, each organism is made up of a group of cells, right, tissues, organs, organ systems. And cells are the smallest functional unit of life. We saw that all living things are made up of cells. Molecules are groups of atoms, and they're the smallest unit of most chemical compounds. So atoms and molecules come together to form cells. They form groups of cells, which form a particular organism. Now, in terms of life functions, this is going to be the bulk of your test. Your test will cover the levels of organization. There will be several questions on that. But these life functions will be the bulk of the test. Now, all organisms carry on several basic life functions. Regulation involves the control and coordination of life functions. Just like we have traffic regulations that control and coordinate traffic patterns, our body regulates all the life functions together based on the needs of the organism and the situation that that organism is found in. Now, nutrition provides all the substances that are used by an organism for the growth and repair of its tissues. So whenever you eat something, those are going to be, that's going to be your nutrition, all right? It provides things that your body needs. If you get the proteins, you get your carbohydrates, you get your fats, all of these are substances your body needs for growth and repair of tissues. That would fall under nutrition. Ingestion is the obtaining of that food from the environment. So the nutrition is the things that you eat. Ingestion is the eating of the nutrition. Once you eat it, it has to be digested. So digestion is the processing of the food for use by the organism. So you take in food that is in larger pieces, and you have to break it down into smaller pieces. And now I'm not talking breaking it down from the full cheeseburger into smaller parts that can be moved around. I'm talking the proteins found in that burger need to be broken down into individual amino acids so they can be used by your body. All right, you have a piece of whole wheat bread. Those starches need to be broken down into individual glucose molecules so that they can be transported around your body and get into your cells. Next, you have transport, which, as I just said, is the moving around. All right, so the things, once they're digested, need to be able to move around. They need to be moved into cells, through cell membranes, circulated through the body, all throughout the organism. So transport is anytime something is moving, whether it's going into a cell, out of a cell, through the body, through the bloodstream, that's transport. All right? The last of the life functions we have are respiration, are the chemical activities that release energy from organic molecules for use by a cell. So we're going to talk about cellular respiration in chapter, I think it's chapter 9. Chapter 9, we will talk about cellular respiration more, but what you need to know right now in terms of respiration is the activities that release energy from organic molecules for use by the cells. All right? So if you get a question on your test for life functions about respiration, it would be about the ability to create energy. Synthesis is creating a large molecule from smaller molecules. The building up, you synthesize, you make things. Photosynthesis is the making of sugar molecules from smaller inorganic molecules. So what you're going to do in synthesis, anytime you see a building up, two things coming together to form a larger one, that type of stuff, that's going to be synthesis. Excretion, activities involved in removal of cellular waste produced by the organism. That's pretty straightforward. And the last one, the most important one, is all chemical activities that an organism must carry on to sustain its life are metabolism or metabolic activities. So the metabolism is all the life functions together. All right? So all these things come together. When you hear of somebody having a fast metabolism, that's referring to their ability to undergo respiration to create the energy quickly, the ability to digest the food, transport it quickly, all of these things. All right? So you hear people with fast metabolisms eat a lot of food and they're able to use that food quickly and not gain weight. That is referring to the fact that all the life functions work together very quickly.